When Jacob's sons came back from Egypt with loads of grain, they told their father how the Prime Minister had accused them of being spies. He will only believe we are brothers and let Simeon out of prison if we take Benjamin. Jacob was distraught. He cried out, "What is happening?"
What is happening?
Joseph is dead. Simeon is a prisoner. I can't lose Benjamin as well. Eventually, all the food they had bought in Egypt was gone. When they were all starving, Jacob told his sons to go back and buy more. "We can't," they said, "not without Benjamin." Jacob was heartbroken, but he had no choice. One day, Joseph looked out of the window and saw his brothers arriving. He sent his servant to bring them to his house and take Simeon there as well. His brothers were delighted when they saw a banquet laid out for them. They still didn't recognize Joseph. They hadn't seen him for 20 years, but Joseph recognized each of them and sat them round the table in age order. They asked each other, "What is happening?"
What is happening?
After the meal, Joseph sold them grain. As the sacks were filled, Joseph told his servant to put a silver cup into one and make sure that sack was put on Benjamin's donkey. The next morning the brothers set off back to Canaan. They'd only got a short way when Joseph sent his servant to stop them. "How could you be so wicked?" he said. "The Prime Minister invited you to a meal and you stole his silver cup." "We didn't," protested the brothers. "If you find the cup, you can kill the man who stole it." "No," said the servant. "Whoever stole it will become my slave." The servant searched each man's sack. Of course, there was the cup in Benjamin's sack. The brothers were horrified. When the servant took Benjamin back, they all followed. Coming before Joseph, they said they would all be his slaves. "No," said Joseph, "only the man who stole it will stay. The rest of you can go back home." Judah pleaded with Joseph. "Please, no," he said. "Benjamin is our father's favourite child. His mother only had 2 children and one is already lost. We can't go back without him. It would break our father's heart. Make me your slave and let Benjamin go home." When Joseph knew for sure that his brothers had changed, he could not control himself any longer. He sent everyone else out of the room, so only the brothers remained. They wondered, "What is happening?"
What is happening?
Then Joseph said, "I am your brother Joseph, the one you sold into slavery." His older brothers were terrified, thinking that Joseph would punish them. Joseph said, "Don't be afraid. You meant to harm me, but God sent me here to save your lives. This famine will go on for another 5 years. Go back to our father and tell him to bring the whole family here." So Jacob arrived in Egypt and the whole family was saved.
Hooray!